Yeah, it was. I mean, you always get to this stage, and it's good to play against some genuine opposition, and get through injury free. So get some game time into a lot of the players we wanted to get through. Everyone feeling good about themselves. So we've still got a few things to work on. We've now got a couple of weeks before the next game. We know have to get better, but the ball's off and rolling now.
Some of the guys that were injured last year that were playing tonight, they played really well.
Yeah, I thought it was good to get some game time into those blokes that missed a fair bit of footy last year, and whether that be Gary Rowan or Sam Reid, to be able to run around and touch the ball again. And Reece Shaw's another. It's important for him at this time of the year. Those blokes will play a bit more game time over the next couple of weeks and hopefully make up for some of the lost time last year.
I guess Sam in particular, when posing you a few awkward questions with a bit of playing the 40.
Oh, not at the moment. He played well tonight, and we always like it. We like him as a forward, but we know he could play other positions as well. I think everyone sort of probably forgets about him to some extent last year, just how important he is to our structure. He's a really disciplined young player, not just a talented player, but he's really disciplined, and he knows our structures inside out. And I thought he showed those things tonight really well. And we'll get some other boys back next week and see how they go in the front half.
It's a remarkable return from Reece, as you mentioned before. Has it surprised you that he was able to come back and do what he did tonight?
No, if you know Reece Shaw, nothing much surprises you. He's had a great pre-season. He didn't go away over the break. I think he got married and had about 3 days off. I don't think his wife was too happy about that, but he just trained so hard over that off-season, and to get himself right, he's given himself every possible chance to have a reasonable season this year because of what he did in his off-season and what he did over the Christmas break. He knows his football, his experience, he knows what he has to do to prepare himself, and he's got himself in the best possible shape.
And I guess Mitchell and Parker both pretty impressive.
Yeah, it was really good to get some. We deliberately went into tonight to try and extend our midfield brigade again and introduce some more players to the centre square, and we did that tonight with Mitchell, Parker and Cunningham in the first centre bounce, and at different times throughout the game, having young players like that exposed in the inside and putting some of our more experienced players in different positions as well. We want to get some more flexibility into our team and introduce those younger players to that centre bounce role, and Tommy Mitchell is a very good player, and Luke Parker was really good, and to have those two young midfielders as well as a Harry Cunningham bobbing up and kicking 3 goals is good for that midfield group.
You must be pleased with the depth that's starting to emerge now with the guys that have recovered from injury as well as the guys you just mentioned.
Yeah, and we thought that last year one of the great bonuses of having a couple of injuries was being able to play more of those younger kids, and we think we've exposed a few more tonight to some serious roles inside the centre square, and the Cunningham, Mitchell, Parker group at the first centre bounce and at different times during the course of the game was good for them, good for our senior mids to do other things as well. So and obviously good that those blokes that missed so much footy last year had some good touches.
How do you rate Cunningham's progression? He obviously finished off last season really well, and then he's listed up again tonight.
Yeah, he's had a really good pre-season. He's been fantastic over the pre-season, and he's put himself into that midfield role. And when he's played a lot half forward last year towards the end of the year and did a good job for us. We know he can play half forward, he can kick goals, he's very quick. And to get exposure like he did tonight in the centre square for a bit of the game is a great experience for him. He's had a good pre-season, he's a good kid, and he's taken another step. It's only a first step tonight, but I'm hoping he keeps going.
What about the efforts of your rocks tonight, John Derricks and Naismith?
Yeah, I think that the three of them had different times where they contributed quite well, and I think certainly, I guess some of the question marks might have been about our ruck depth, but I think the bonus about playing those 3 boys tonight is that it exposes them a bit more and gets our midfielders used to them in the centre bounces and around the ground, and that's good for them. We're confident that all 3 have got different strengths that we can use at different times, and I've always said it's about a ruck team during the course of a year, and you need a lot of ruckmen to get through a season.
What did you think of the Giants tonight? The Giants?
I was looking more at us. Yeah, I mean, only because it's just our first hit out. Clearly, we played the Giants first up, and we'll need to get better if we're going to beat them round 1. We had a good win tonight, but we get a few back next week and hopefully expose a few more players to some game time.
How many will come back? Will Franklin play next week and Pike?
Yeah, we expect at this stage Pike, Franklin, Roberts Thompson, Lewis Jetta to come back into the team and to get some game time. They'll be all various times. If they get through training, they got through training today, trained well, so if they get through training over the weekend and next week they'll all play. And what we do with some of the blokes that played tonight, whether some of those blokes don't play or not, will be a decision we have to make. There may be a couple of our senior blokes that played tonight that won't play next week, and once again keep exposing some of the younger kids to some pretty good roles and good opposition.
Any injury concerns?
No.